the impact, when we look at it at individual level, these people that qualify with an education, with a degree, it gives them a sense of purpose. It gives them a place in the world. And that is very meaningful as well.
Welcome back to another episode of Good Things with myself, Brent Lindeque. I'm excited, but I'm always excited. Today, I get to speak about something that really warms my heart and fuels the work that we do at Good Things Guy. It's CSI. And to talk about CSI, I've got the CSI manager at PPS, Kapish Singh, who's sitting right next to me in the hot seat. Welcome to the show.
Thanks. Good to be here.
Yes, I'm excited. So, you are the CSI manager at PPS.
Yes.
And I know PPS works from the heart. We talk about sustainability when it comes to CSI projects. It's a big buzzword, right? But what is different with how PPS approach sustainability?
Sure. I think the biggest thing from our perspective is that we've been living these values from our inception. As a mutual, we exist solely for our members and the community they serve. We don't serve external shareholders. So again, this issue of sustainability, or the concept of sustainability, is very close to how we operate and has been since our inception.
So you mentioned being mutual, but PPS have got a word called mutuality.
Yes.
What does that exactly mean?
So it's about, how do you bring this concept of being a mutual forward to the people that you serve. And again, it's so much more than just about giving profits back. And that's really where we created this concept of mutuality and are seeing it through.
CSI as an idea, maybe for the viewers and the listeners that might not know what that means within a company, how does that fit in to day when looking at a massive corporation?
Sure. As I said, it's really part of our ethos. It's how we operate on a daily basis. So firstly, we obviously take care of our members, our professional members, in terms of declaring our profits back, etc. But it's really about, harnessing this power of the community and of mutuality. So we know that our professional members, they impact their communities in a very meaningful way. So taking care of them in itself is ensuring that you have this ripple effect in terms of the communities they serve. And we definitely take it further in terms of supporting future generations from an education perspective, helping them become professionals, and again have this ripple effect in terms of the impact to communities.
CSI is important in South Africa. I know that because I work in the space where I see the need. How great is it? Why does it matter if a corporate has a CSI or doesn't?
Yeah, I think, for us, it's not just that CSI is a corporate game. I think it's everybody's responsibility. And again, if you harness the power of the collective, you really then make impact. I think corporates just have, are in a position to kind of drive CSI. But again, it's a collective thing. It's not just for corporates to do.
The PPS Foundation itself has had a massive impact in South Africa. I've seen the numbers and they're pretty great. Could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, sure. So the PPS Foundation is really an extension or an enabler of the mutuality work that we do. It's been in existence since 2016 with a very big focus on empowering the youth, especially from an education perspective. Last year, we spent about 9 million just on bursaries alone. And in terms of that, that is, again, this paying it forward in terms of most of these individuals are first-time graduates in their households. So the impact of that is amazing. And we really see this ripple-down effect or trickle-down effect again. And it goes much broader than that. We've also invested in terms of renewable energy and again, really having a view of supporting communities, not just individuals.
So I love that you brought up the first-time graduates. The amount of stories that we featured in the publication about how that doesn't just change one person's life. It goes into the entire family, and it really is a generational thing where it's got that, you said it, ripple effect. It starts to create change on a much bigger scale, which is just so fantastic.
Most certainly. And I think all we need to do is, keep this focus. And I think more than, the impact, when we look at it at individual level, these people that qualify with an education, with a degree, it gives them a sense of purpose. It gives them a place in the world. And that is very meaningful as well.
So you touched on renewable energies in PPS, and many companies got an ESG project or campaign that they're rolling out. What does that look like at PPS?
Yeah, so I think the first thing for us is that, ESG has become this buzzword, right? Especially for corporates. I think ESG helps you in terms of creating a structure. But for us, ESG is about the humanity. It's about the human element, and we never want to lose that. So ESG really gives us structure in terms of what we need to do, but it's our moral compass.
It's your mission.
Exactly, it's our moral compass. It's our conscience that helps guide us in terms of what we need to do and ensure that we do it.
So I've had the absolute honor this year of doing a bit of work with PPS, and I know at the heart of what PPS is doing, it's all about the human element. It's not a tick box exercise. I've got you on the show today because of that human element and how you're creating real change.
Sure. I think for us, the reality is that ESG must not be a tick box. It must really speak human. And that's what we endeavor and strive to do in terms of our initiatives and activities.
So important. I'm going to ask you off the fly one last question. If you had any advice, or if you wanted to leave the viewers or listeners with anything from your side as a CSI manager and from PPS, what would you say?
Yeah, I think, it might sound quite cliche, but small effort by many creates big impact. And I think that's really it. You don't have to be a CSI manager. You don't have to be working for a corporate, but doing good is important. And the more people do good, the greater the impact created.
So important. It's the collective, when we come together, that make the biggest differences. And I love the work that PPS is doing. I love the CSI initiatives. I think it is creating incredible change. I cannot wait for the end of the year or the beginning of next year when we get graduations in,
Exactly.
and to start telling those stories.
Most certainly.
It's very exciting, and it's something that we love to do. So thank you for joining us today. What an incredible show. I've loved every single minute of it. I want you to tune in next week. We'll have more guests to talk about good things. As I say every week. Okay. Love you. Bye.